it's got to be an important showing, because this is where it really matters most.
Yeah, Vertigo. You know, I think it's a map that Metizport certainly can take. It's a weakness for Sangal, and it's it's one of their only maps being under 50% win rate in their last 3 months. But already a bit of an thrilling pistol round. Sammy looked as though he wanted to peek towards ramp, but opted against it. Sangal elected to start on the T side, which has to be an interesting point to make. Obviously, Vertigo, I feel like it is more kind of team dependent regarding favouring of side, but
You can see teams have sort of do seem to like either side depending on what they do have there, but it is just going to be this A hit, only one player defending, bomb can go down without any real problems, so it should just be this 5-on-5 retake. You saw the CTs playing heavy B setup, and Gamble wasn't correct, but they still are all alive. They do have a defuse kit on LNZ.
yeah, they're taking things slowly. Xflower finding a pick through the smoke as well, and although a 5v5 post plant, trying to dodge the flash, but Sus will fall. ZTR, Nilo, Jacquinho need to try and find the round, but you mentioned the smoke and the kit. The defuse is coming through. Oh, they deny with a knife kill. Okay, Jacquinho's still alive. Nilo comes in through the back lines, and somehow the T's win. It was a 5-on-3, a defuse coming through, but the knife kill. Incredible stuff there from Sangal.
Yeah, I mean, it always makes it a bit difficult when those smokes are down for the CTs to really be able to spot players charging close to it. But yeah, somehow that round going the way of Sangal, it did look a little bit up in the air. Sorry, the way of is Metizport. Is the name's flipped? Am I wrong?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, I did think that was a
yeah.
I was
Mess around by the
for a
HUD.
second. Have we just seen the org pick up these guys mid game? But yeah, obviously the side of the Swedes, I mean, very, very close affair, but they do take it, manage to, in a bit of a chaotic fashion, but what a way to start off this round of 16 game.
I like the boost coming through here as well. Should allow for a bit of a simple kill, and as the T's decide to just play passively behind this smoke, they need to be very cautious. Sammy can quite comfortably find two. Oh, they spotted the Deagle. This might cause the aggressive push. Oh, Adam B. So close to falling. Oh, they're ready for it. Okay, ZTR. Adam B finds LNZ as well. And Metizport.
Yeah, I like the idea. It was so close for the boost being able to work, but on these sort of forced by rounds where sort of grabbing that sort of free kill can be the difference between winning and losing the game, you do sort of see the boost a lot more than in other rounds, so it's not surprising that it was cleared, but I mean, an excellent job to clear it and find the kill.
Yeah, Metizport just need to comfortably win out this round, keeping as many players alive as possible. Obviously, with just the 5 rifles, they've not opted for the money makers, but that is actually 2 casualties. Oh, a lot of damage dealt there from Xcloud. Sadly, no kills secured. So 3 survivors for Metizport. The finance is going to be on the rise, and as expectedly against the Eco in the next, we could see some MAC-10s being brought out. But Metizport, they've started off the T side pretty nicely. Obviously, they need to secure things here on Vertigo, because as we look to kind of the back end of the series, Anubis is a map that Sangal clearly confident on. It's one in which Metizport haven't played all too many on, and they've got a 40% win rate on it as well. And Mirage, we've seen it from Sangal, a 91% win rate in the last 3 months. So I think for Metizport, their best chances, they have to take Vertigo. Otherwise, I think it's safe to say the series is going to go right.
Already a very good eco hit for the CT side. Could be another kill, but Jacquinho does shut LNZ down with that MAC-10. 3 casualties, certainly not the cleanest anti-eco, but it is still 3 on the board. So it is going to mean the finances of that T side are going to be a little restricted after buying weapons, but they should still have a decent bit of chunk change. We do have that AWP out, Fred.
Yeah, I think the AWP's going to be a real key factor for Metizport. We've mentioned how Sangal are going to be looking to put up a fight here on Vertigo, and Sammy with the AWP in play as well. So we're 4 rounds in and we're already seeing an AWP duel.
Yeah, we didn't really end up speaking much about the sort of AWP duel in this series. Jacquinho is always been a bit of an interesting figure in the Swedish team. I feel like when this roster was formed, I do think a lot of eyes were on Jacquinho, seeing what he can do. And I do think he's taken a bit more of a supportive Well, that is an interesting run boost all the way down ramp.
Yeah, getting themselves out of the action in fashion. I think with this control taken from Sangal though, and the kind of the real question marks around where their position lies on A, I think it's safe to assume Metizport going to make their way towards B. Got a strong defense here. Yotta just going to be baited in by xFloud.
You see Jaquinho on the other side of the map, just making some presence, looking to see if anyone peeks into him. Adam B.
Boosted up.
So close to being spotted by xFloud here. He's going to step up, spots one, looks for the second and gets it, able to back away.
Yeah, and that should be the round all said and done. It's a 3 versus 5. Very limited control around the map. We are slowly seeing Nilo sneaking out middle, but with Sammy holding with the big green. Certainly not an easy engagement, and will go the way of Sammy. So already first gun round out for Sangal, and look at the successes that they are showing.
Yeah, I mean, they needed to. You don't want to go this far behind. You are on your opponent's map pick. Like you said, it is a bit of a challenging map for Sangal. I would argue less so than Metisport's Anubis will be in map number 2. But I do think these initial maps are going to be so important because I think, like Exner said, Mirage is going to be a real battleground.
Yeah, something to mention about Mirage, I feel like although Metizport, they do have, you know, a very strong win rate on it over quite a few maps. You know, in one of the recent games, they played against Nexus on Mirage, a team that don't really have the strongest win rate on Mirage, and they did lose in a 13-10 fashion. So, although Metizport, they have shown signs of success on the map, it's clear that potentially it's not kind of as strong. Because their 91% win rate, Sangal have been playing against tough opponents. It's clear their Mirage is kind of leaps and bounds above most.
The thing is, sometimes you can just go on a break and run a full. I mean, we saw Exner talking about this Swedish side. Looked very hot at the start of this year. Have sort of slowed down a little bit as time have gone on. But they do still have all the pieces to be able to make this team succeed in the way they want to. A lot of early damage nade. Well, it does connect, but deals 1 damage, so certainly nothing substantial. Jaquinho through the smoke does find Sammy, and this is an important avenue in for the Swedish roster.
Especially as Sangal. There's a great retake towards Ram, but Jaquinho caught out in the open, found, brought back to a level playing field. It will be the B-bomb site. It's the port of call here for Metizport. They're going to be boosting a player up.
Seems like ETL wants to be, but teammates don't want to boost him up. Is eventually up now.
Smoke's
Flash
dropped.
Gets sent in through here.
There is still 2 defenders. Yorpasami has been found though, and oh, they're just going to slowly creep their way through. It's all going to be about timing here for xFloud. He's just sitting behind the sandbag. We've got a rotating player in quad, and Jota finds one. Oh, and xFloud, as the smoke dissipates, Nilo eliminates. Youngster rotating through, finding Adam B, eliminating Nilo, and Youngster, okay. Wow. 3k in that round. We saw it on the cam of ZTR. Wasn't too happy about that one, and understandably. But Sangal, back-to-back round successes. They've restricted the money of Metizport. And Sangal should be able to level things up 3-3 here.
Yeah, this is what we need to see. A lot of individual prowess from the side of Sangal. We need players to step up. This is going to be a tough map to win, but it's one you certainly can do. That's a really nice opener there for Jaquinho. But yeah, really not expecting that triple swing actually towards ramp to try to catch him off. And you saw the T side wasn't close enough towards B to try to burst off that. Sort of knowing that, okay, there's a number of players. There's only 1 player max here. And they just weren't able to do that. Too far out of it, so I had to continue to play it slow. Youngster. Quite a defense.
Yeah, I think as well, it's the fact that they knew there'd be 1 player towards B. I don't think they were ready for xFloud just tucked behind the sandbags, waiting for the smoke to dissipate, although eliminated pretty quickly. You know, it's just that rotation. Absolutely brilliant there, and it seemed as though he kind of didn't even realise he got that final kill. It is going to be this pop through ramp. The flash is going to be perfect. Players blinded. Kills found. Youngster with a triple, but Nilo and Adam B will eliminate. Finding picks, upgrading weaponry, but as rotations have come through, a bomb plant going to be near impossible. We do still have an HE grenade on Sammy.
They could look to get a at least another kill with these AKs. You know how clean these players can be.
Molly gonna force out Sammy. Oh, but the nade of Xfloud finding Adam B, and Nilo half HP here. Can slowly creep up gap, but with no smoke towards that right hand side, not going to be easy to get that bomb down. I think just getting one more kill is going to be the intended goal. Oh, heard the player drop. Nilo just waiting. He's got 40 seconds to play with here. There's certainly enough time for a kill to be found. But no, Xfloud securing the second in that one. And Sangal, as mentioned, they do level things up 3-3, but somewhat costly against the Glocks, losing 2 individuals and a little bit unexpected.
Yeah, I mean, it was, just the eco for the T's. Although the round probably lasted a lot longer than they expected with a 5-man rush, you still found 2 kills. It's fine for an eco. It's nothing too special, but certainly nothing to complain about.
Sadly, though, Jaquinho won't be wielding the big green in this one. Jaquinho's had a good start so far to Vertigo. Second to Nilo, who is the current top performer of the whole server. And we kind of expected it. Nilo's been such a bright light for this Metizport side, and needing to have a strong start, and certainly has done. And I like this retake towards B. Oh, Jota and Xfloud finding 2, although taking a lot of damage. They've got that 2-man advantage now. They just need to be a little bit cautious. With being low HP, all it takes is a well-placed HE grenade and things could be over for them. And Metizport are going to be making their way towards the B-bomb site right now. Certainly the right call to make.
Yeah, Jota just dropping the smoke there. Going to allow for a lot more space. I say that. CTR still pushes through. He does get taken down. Good flashbangs to delay Jaquinho's swing. We'll find the first. Can't get anything more than that. 1 versus 4 for Nilo. Oh, he's making this one doable. Xfloud isn't particularly healthy. LNZ still starting to rotate in now.
Stick of the bomb. Nilo, I don't think he's going to be ready for Xfloud, but has just made his way back towards double boxes. They're going to be swinging together. Oh, Nilo finds the first. LNZ will get the trade, but it was a 1v4, Charlie, and somehow Nilo's been allowed to find 3. So,
yeah, I mean,
Sangal's still winning.
Really, really good attempt there. The fact that, I mean, on another day, that final shot on LNZ certainly could have been found, certainly could have been hit, but so much economical damage to Sangal. They are still pretty comfortable in terms of their finances, but with a few more rounds like that, with Metizport putting a couple on the board, you can easily see that money gone.
Yeah, just that retake towards B was just perfect. I feel like we potentially needed to see Metizport kind of fight a little bit more towards it. It seems as though they tried to back away, but even if they only lost 1 player, they lose so much control. Something that we haven't really seen that much of is Metizport trying to take control here towards middle. I feel like with the heavy B setups and the ramp takes that we've seen from Sangal, Metizport, it's an avenue that they certainly can try to exploit.
Early Yuto coming out. They are sending the max head in. Fully blinded still, yet to regain vision. ZTR, oh, this is a great looking round. ZTR with 3 of the UMP. This has got to be a save. They've got to call this round quits already. Excellent execute there from the T side. Bombardment of Molotovs, flashbangs, and very little else really.
Yeah, I think it's
all it required.
I think that Metizport, they've kind of opted to play things a little bit calm and calculated, playing things quite slow, not really wanting to give anything up. And when they've got 2 SMGs in play, hitting fast towards B, completely catching off Sangal. And I think now Sangal are kind of in a scenario where they need to be prepped and ready for something fast, and it's going to be burning a lot more utility early on now from the CTs.
Yeah, I thought we were going to see a bit more of a hunt, but I'm happy we haven't, because the T-side economy isn't perfect as it is. Only losing 1 player, having a bit of a look in to try to take down one of these 2 weapons, but we will still see another buy come out for Sangal.
Yeah, the UMP triple is pretty incredible. It's a weapon that kind of fallen out of favour, but it's nice to see it's making a return. investment is in play here. We've got the AWP on both teams, and with Sammy, with that A spawn, it seems going to be peeking towards ramp here.
The back and forth of utility. Looking to see if he's given anything with the AWP. There's a lot of games where you just can't really find anything, but Sammy certainly can. Takes down the first. Keys are still here for now. Looks like they are starting to back away, conceding ramp with the death of their teammate.
And I think when Metizport decide to head towards ramp, they give up the picks. They lose a lot of control as well. I feel like Metizport, they've got their initial ideas, but potentially a little too hesitant to send it through.
Losing Jaquinho towards A as well, so these three remaining players. We've seen a 5v3 become close, thanks to the heroics. Nilo. First kill does go the way of Sangal, and it's all on Nilo again. Only able to find one this time. Sangal looking a lot stronger here on Vertigo than initially. Obviously losing those first few rounds, but they are taking the lead here on their opponent's map picks. This would be quite an upset. I don't think this is something we were thinking about. I think map number 3 felt like a bit of a guarantee between these two, and it feels like something that we deserve to see due to the storylines of Mirage.
Yeah, I think Sangal, their CT side is becoming quite simple because Metizport, they send players towards A, they lose a pick, and it's not as though they're heading towards middle. It's just quite easy for Sangal to read into it. We had 3 defenders on the B bomb site pretty quickly there, awaiting that Metizport B aggression. Ooh, Xfloud has just blocked his teammate. Needs to kind of step up. We'll find a pick with Jaquinho gets the trade. It's a 3-on-3 here. Looks as though Suspect might try and take some control towards B, but as I was saying before, Sangal, they're finding picks towards A, Metizport are freezing, and they're just falling back into a B here, and Sangal can just read this so comfortably. So Metizport, I think they're going to need to change things up when they're disadvantaged, because it's quite easy for Sangal to read.
Yeah, you feel the drop down towards default to try to delay that bomb plant.
Space has been taken, though. B bomb site. Pretty available for the taking.
Jaquinho brought down low. Youngster in the backlines in a good position. It's taken down for nothing.
Jota needs to take some contact here. Oh, he's baited out the AWP shot, and now LNZ coming through from the backlines, and it's brilliant. Although Jota doesn't find a kill, creates a lot of pressure for LNZ to step on through. Nice Molotov here. Adam B just going to be smoking it. Oh, we've got a smoke on the bomb. Just going to be sticking. I love this from LNZ. It's going to be tough to deny. But, oh, I was going to say, but successful. Sangal still win it. Look at LNZ. So happy about that one.
Yeah, what a bold play to make there in the 1v1. You would have got information Adam B's not the healthiest of players, and yet just gets such a bold play just to say, I'm going to stick this bomb. I don't care what's going to happen. I'm making this play. If it works out, it works out. You saw the sort of relief on his face by the looks of things, really.
Yeah, it's a tough one for Adam. Had a good round there. I think LNZ, certainly the hero for Sangal.
Hello wants to be the hero here. Gets a great looking time in on Xfloud. Trying to position himself. LNZ does have to back away slightly. I do want to talk about that mid take from last round from Sangal. They found the opening kill. That was samey, but it felt like they were in two minds, the two players towards mid. Samey did find that kill, wanted to back away. Xfloud wanted to stay and fight. LNZ straight into the AWP. Jaquinho does get found.
Jota attempting to trade it. Nilo would have heard those steps. Jota needs to be very cautious as there are 3 aggressors slowly making their way towards middle. Sangal, though, already securing 6. Going to be an attempt to find 7 or 8, but it's not going to be easy in this one as they have already lost 2. Bomb will be making its way towards B. I think in these scenarios, Sangal just needs to take a bit of a gamble. There's only 2 rounds remaining. If they gamble incorrectly, at least they're going to be saving 3 weapons across for the next.
Rushes over to try to support this B defense. This is going to be their best chance. Youngster has to go huge. So many players lined up. Youngster finds 2. Damage to another. Yotta here. Takes down the AWPer. Can't manage to find ZTR. And it's all on Samey. The AWPer to try to clutch this one out. Not ready for Nilo in mid. Nice attempt at the hold there. Youngster. Oh, it felt like he could have found so many, Fred.
Yeah, it's a tough one. But I still feel like Sangal, in those scenarios, it's a 3 versus 5 before the kind of the site take even comes through. The investment in this one's going to be poor. I think they need to have that kind of the game plan of, look, it's the second last round. If we gamble correctly, we're gonna, we have a strong chance of winning it. And you have to imagine what would have happened if Samey was on the bomb site as well. It would have been, a fairly simple round for Sangal. It seemed a bit disjointed from Metizport. There would have been opportunities quite comfortably for Sangal to win the round. But look at the weaponry they've got to wield. We've got 3 pistols in play. We've got a FAMAS and an MP9. It's not great, but let's see what this FAMAS can do. Adam B looking to creep. Gun barrel spotted and has been taken down. So an important opener here for Sangal. And LNZ's D, okay, will allow weapons to be upgraded, but it's the smoke phase. Jaquinho holding now with the big green. LNZ somewhat trapped, spotted, and found. Brought back somewhat closer here for Metizport. They've got the utility advantage, although lacking in numbers. Weaponry certainly their friend.
Yeah, that could have been a little bit of a mistake from LNZ. I know he wanted the rifle, wanted something else to help his team, but in a 5v3, you can make the argument, maybe just keep the man advantage, the 2-man advantage. Util is coming over now. A is definitely going to be the intended end game.
And I like it from Sangal. They evacuate the bomb site. There's no real need for them to try and fight through the smokes. It's not going to be easy, but the flank! Oh, dismantled by Nilo. Finding both Jossa and X-Floud, and now a 2 versus 3. Elevation towards headshot, not helping. And it's the FAMAS of Youngster found by Nilo. Leveled up to a 6-6 scoreline, and Vertigo leaves a lot to be seen here.
Yeah, a lot of question marks on this one. Really questioning what are we going to be looking at. I don't really know what to take away from this first half. Both teams had their moments. You have to think Metizport, they won their initial 3 rounds due to the pistol. Sangal, as soon as they were on the rifles, they looked, I'd probably edge to say, slightly better. So, but these final rounds from Metizport as well it feels like they've warmed into this game a bit more than previously. So this second half is really up in the air. Anyone can take this still. And I feel like this is what we are getting from this round of 16. There shouldn't be any guaranteed favourites. Sure, you can look at the map pool, you can look at statistics and say, oh, in theory, Sangal might have the slight lead, or Metizport might have the slight lead. But it's all about the server, it's all about the pressure. We are deeper and deeper into the tournament now. Someone's got to come away with it. We need to see players step up and prove why it should be them.
Yeah, and I think Nilo certainly has done so. 17 and 8 already just in 12 rounds, but it's kind of a little bit disjointed on the fact that Susp is 1 and 9. It's not as though Nilo's heroics are really kind of outshining. It's a 6-6 scoreline, Charlie, and he's 17 and 8. Bomb will go down here for Sangal. Adam B. Julie's in hand. We'll find X-Floud. So great opener. Youngster been the hero of Sangal, now searching. But taken down by Jaquinho. Players peeking towards CT, and it's not worked out well for them. And it's going to be a very difficult pistol round for LNZ. 1 versus 5. Bomb being defused. Smoke down as well. And that's the Metizport CT side that we can be expecting.
Yeah, nothing going the way really there of Sangal. You understand they want to try to peek towards CT, but when you're pretty confident, okay, all of these CTs are here, this feels risky. This was dangerous. Didn't go their way, did get punished for it. And we'll see if we have to see a force buy in play. I mean, that was a great way to find Yotta. Flash in, making the jump. But just that 1 round advantage for now. Same as invested. We've got a Galil play in. It's going to be this force buy, Fred.
Yeah, I think with the bomb plant, it's always going to be coming through. The Galils just such an easy investment. I think we might have a couple pistols in play for Sangal, which I do like. They're opting for quite a lot of utility, just going to be sending these rifles in. But I think Sangal, their best chances to take things on Vertigo, they had to find the pistol. Because although it's been close, it's 6-6, we have to credit Metizport. They are going to be a strong looking side on this CT side. And you have to imagine as well, Nilo's on 20 kills, Charlie, already, and we're heading into round number 14. We mentioned this individual going to be having a lot of moments, a lot of impactful rounds, but I don't think I really expected it to be this one-sided.
No, it didn't. It certainly didn't feel like it. I mean, you look at a player like Susp, who does have quite a lot of impact on this team. He is struggling quite a bit. Can also be quite a heavy hitter in his own games. But yeah, having quite a few difficulties here, and yet still, CTs are in the lead.
Oh, that's a nice nade.
Yeah, just a lot of chip damage onto these players. You've got to think, that makes these M4s one-hit headshot now. That makes these MP9s a lot more viable up close. So that nade, I mean, that could be huge.
Yeah, ZTR's going to spot and send a nade of his own. Ramp has been taken now from Sangal. Rotation still a little slow here from Metizport, and Sangal look to be heading up thick and fast, needing to clear sandbags. There is no one defending from there. ZTR looks as though he wants to try and make his way here through gap, but he's been spotted, but he has eliminated. So Youngster finding Adam B is key. Oh, Youngster progressing through. He's been really key, but Nilo, we've spoken about him having his magic moments, and we see it there, rotating through an elevator, finding 3 kills. And it seems as though no one can stop this man.
No, not right now. It feels like someone has to do something to stop him. So maybe, I'm trying to think of solutions. How? But I was thinking of the AWP, but I still don't think he wins that fight. That has been to be fair, maybe not. The way he's playing right now, he could take on the world.
The same, he's 5-11 as well. It's not as though he's playing incredibly.
I do think 2 or 3 of Sammy's skills have actually been onto Nilo. So
I take it all back.
Maybe, but I mean, still, yeah, Sammy isn't having a great game by any stretch of the imagination. He does need to try to figure something out sooner rather than later. Susp still struggling to get that all-important second kill.
Has the opportunity here, but could go down. It is Nilo rotating in, and he wants the kills. Come on, Susp, you can do it. There we go. Second kill found.
And on such a tough round to get them.
He's tripled his round. He's tripled his kills in 1 round.
Yeah, can't complain. Sammy will find nothing. But 1 kill was just the eco. A couple of pistols invested here or there. But a CT round all day long. And the 9-6 score line. We're getting closer and closer to that finish line now. I still look at sort of a 9-6 and think there's plenty of CS left to be played. It's half time.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's not. Certainly not anymore.
The thing is, you know, 9 rounds. It's after playing, you know, 5-6 years of Counter-Strike. 9 rounds is it's not. You know, they've still got to get another. They've still got to get another seven rounds. It's fine.
Sort of 11 rounds you're pretty comfortable with, and then
yeah,
you realise it's 2 rounds time now.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty scary things. But LNZ starts off this round in a nice fashion, finding 2, and that's the B bomb site open. Nilo has been found as well, so Metizport, a tough one for them to take, and I think we need to see a bit of a heroic play from them. Maybe an info play, an aggressive peek, but Sangal, they're ready for it. 3 players waiting down here towards ramp, expecting any aggression yet to come through, but they will be peeking into the AWP of Jaquinho. Adam B as well, very close by. And there it is, Jaquinho finding. Incredible kill to get. LNZ is still pretty low as well, so although there was a 2-man advantage at one point, Sangal, not as though it's a comfortable round for them to find. It is going to be this B play, though. We have a bit of a late lurk from LNZ as he's crept his way out on the B-bomb site. A little bit worried about extending. He is only 24 points of health. Oh, simple kill for ZTR here, surely.
I was actually going to say ZTR, if he went straight towards B, he could find LNZ and try to deny this B bomb site being taken, but he's done one better. Has had a great read here. Taking down another, and it's a 3-on-3. Util, a lot of it is in play actually. Decent amount of Molotovs. They've got smokes, a flash.
Second molly here towards Guardian's key, but the molly's going to force out LNZ. Oh, LNZ finds a pick. Incredible stuff, but Adam B eliminating. And there it is. Adam B, an incredible retake, finding 3. And Metizport securing double digits here on their map selection. We mentioned how this game was a little close, how it's, 6-6 at the half, but ever since Metizport have been on the CT side, haven't lost a round yet.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe that clutch has gone their way. That is very, very telling, potentially, for Sangal's T sides. You can't let that happen, surely. A 5-on-3, take down the heaviest hitter on the server in Nilo, and still can't manage to close it out.
Something that has to be mentioned, Charlie, is Sangal, they get a double kill towards B. Generally, that means the mid players decided to go for a bit of an info play on B, potentially looking to take some control, so mid might have been held by Elevator. In what world do Sangal just not push out on the B bomb side? They've just got 2 kills. B's completely open. I'm not too sure as to why they kind of had a little bit of a look towards A, waited for some pushes and peaks, slowed things down and sent a player middle. The B bomb site was completely open. It seems very odd to me that they didn't just look to progress.
Yeah, I think LNZ being that player that was there very low. Maybe if he was a bit healthier. I mean, look how much damage he's even taken in fact.
Still having impact though, as Jota will find 1. It is a 4v3. Xfloud eliminating CTR. I think Metizport are just going to be saving, but these players are so low.
I mean, we saw Jota even really low, still manages to find a kill. So, I mean, understandable why you don't want to take that risk. You want to keep being able to buy into the next. If they do go for this and lose, they can't invest in anything. Adam B does find Youngster. A bit paranoid about where his crosshair placement was, looking towards Guardian, but still finds the kill. And these players, I can't imagine they'll be hunting now. In Xfloud and Jota, certainly not.
Yes, Sangal showing signs of life on the T side, and once again its successes coming through heading towards B. So I think they found their kind of entrance point, and sadly it is Susp as that B defender. So I think they've realised, look, Susp is an incredible player. He has many magic moments. Today not being his day. Bad day at the office, so let's just exploit it.
We are going to see that full buy like mentioned. So money is limited now on the CT side. So Sangal, if they can manage to put this one on the board as well, they can try to look to get this game closer and closer.
Looks as though they're opting to try and take some control slowly towards the A-bomb site. With the util coming down from the CTs, they can't really push on close, and with Jota chipped away already, down to 51 points of health. Round's getting tough, but Susp feels the force of the HEs as well. Susp is so ready for LNZ here. Timing evades him, but he still finds the boost of Jota. Oh, LNZ!
Oh, no!
So much damage taken that falling off the boost will eliminate him. And Metizport, we mentioned financially it wasn't looking great, and this could be their final investment, but Round is looking incredible for them.
But it was Susp as well who had a lot of impact, finding that first player. LNZ taking a lot of damage and actually eliminating himself, but a 5-on-3 this time. Sangal those who have to play from behind.
Ooh, Xfloud. Unfortunate not to find Nilo there. Youngster will get the trade. We've got a player close underneath Guardian that Youngster needs to try and eliminate. Jaquinho currently holding for any elevator aggression, and the B-bomb site somewhat open just from Youngster's play here. We've got to smoke on
Susp isn't the healthiest player. Someone has to kind of be close with him so they can at least try to get a trade. See he's going to take the fight, and yet instantly takes him down.
It looks like a bit of a risky play there for Sammy. Oh, Sammy 1v3 against 3 players full HP. We'll be able to get the bomb down. Not going to be an easy clutch though. And I like how he's playing, taking the fight to his opponents, knowing that he can't really slow things down and look for just the bomb defense. Molly though forces him out in the open. That's information given away, and ZTR will find him. So Metizport finding 11. Vertigo looking as though it will be coming to a close ever so shortly. Sangal, it's not been a strong T side for them.
No, they look pretty good on their CT side. Like I said, I actually think they looked a bit better than the Swedes, but they just weren't really able to find as many rounds potentially they should have. Dropped a couple of rounds that they had a very good chance at taking, but since moving on to the CT side, Metizport have looked comfortable. They've looked very comfortable on this map. It's clear to see why they picked it, and eventually they could run away with it. This round is everything. Sangal lose this, they're playing with pennies.
Yeah, they've definitely got to get the bomb plant. Obviously, they have got that full loss bonus, so it's not as though we're not going to be seeing some Galils, but yeah, bomb plant is going to be everything here for Sangal, even if they do lose this round.
You mentioned had a bit of a tough game. Did spot a player there. Oh, X-Flower, what a round from him though. Pushes out for more than Molotov towards Sandbag's timing is brutal. No player close enough to take down ZTR as he just acts on way towards the site. Samey
did spot him head towards headshot. Ooh, ZTR playing a little bit riskily, but still alive for now. The bomb's slowly going to be making its way back. I think Sangal got the opportunity to pick and choose which bomb site they decide to go for, and I like what we're seeing from Metizport. ZTR just holding towards middle, looking to kind of gamble towards the B bomb site. I think it's the right decision for them.
Yeah, Sangal are just fully freezing here, putting a hold on any sort of aggression. Now they are starting to look to probe forward. You have to think, how much of an attempt are we going to see from the CTs if we see Sangal go towards A? This was a 5-on-3.
Yeah, I think the fact that there isn't a lurk towards B or anyone kind of making movements towards middle, I think it's safe to assume the save will come through. If we saw a player in mid kind of creep their way out before the A hit comes through, then we're looking at a 3-on-3, and the utility for Sus, you know, he's got full util, so we could have seen a retake come through, but yeah, I think without any kills, Metizport realising, look, our finances aren't perfect. It's going to be a tough 3v4 retake. We've got no control towards ramp. Let's just give it up. And I think it's the right decision to make. It's something that we should have seen potentially from Sangal.
Yeah, key entries from Xcloud.
Yeah, brilliant openers.
Keeps his team in this one with those 2 kills. He was so ready for the second player, which is great. I mean, he was ready for the third player, but just didn't expect the swing.
It's interesting though, because we saw a couple players towards ramp. We should have seen the molly come from them, because Xlo was in such a good position to deny the surviving player in Sandbags. But yeah, I'm interested as to why none of the other ramp players decided to molly it instead, because he had a perfect angle, a great read.
Yeah, you even just like someone to be a bit closer, so even if he does go down, the molly's down, the trade can come through comfortably, but I think it was just one of those situations where you've just got 2 kills, you're in the zone, you want to make these plays happen, and then you realise after, well, okay, maybe I should have waited, maybe I should have done this. At the end of the day, round was won due to Xplode's entries.
Yeah, luckily it wasn't cross-linked. There's only a 3-round difference now, and Metizport, they've obviously gone for the investment off the back of these 3 players saving. We've got the AWP and Jaquinho again, but although Metizport are in the lead and only 2 away from closing things out, a loss here will put Sangal right back in competition. So Metizport, if they want to confirm things, they've got to do it here and now. They can't really allow Sangal to go on a bit of a streak. We've got Nilo here. Oh, timing looked good, but LNZ does get the trade. Xflower once again trying to find picks here towards A. Deals a little bit of damage to Jaquinho with the Molotov. So Jaquinho just going to be repositioning and searching for a pick here towards ramp. Xflower needs to be cautious as Adam B looks as though he wants to find a bit of a pick, but Susp found here towards the B bomb site. Yotta now going to be just backing away, aware that ZTR is going to look to try and take up Susp's position.
Yeah, a couple of players not the healthiest on Sangal.
Xval needs to be quite cautious.
Jaquinho is here towards the A bomb site as well, so we can at least support partially. Util is coming over now. Xcloud going to swing, being spotted. Xcloud does find the kill. Jaquinho in such an awkward position now. Finds the first player. That's all he can find.
Sadly not the second, yeah. I feel like sometimes when you are just on your own with the AWP, I like that Jaquinho realises, look, I've got to take the peak. I can't really await the aggressors. And if you found that second kill, it would have been a very interesting round. But sadly not to be. So ZTR just going to be saving. Should be an eco for Metizport in the next around this saved AK. And Sangal look to secure double digits here on the T side. And although Metizport kind of got themselves a hefty lead on the CT side and look to close things out pretty comfortably, Sangal, they've gone on a bit of a streak of their own. And when it's your map selection, first map of the series, and one in which you're looking to successfully take, and statistically you should be taken, it's where it gets a little bit scary.
Terrorists win.
Yeah, we really have seen Sangal find their footing here on this T side. Like I said initially, it looked like they weren't the most comfortable on this side of the map. It didn't look like they were fully ready exactly to challenge Metizport's CT side, but all of a sudden, I think it's a different story. We are starting to see that happen. They can win this round. They should win this round. And then from there on out, who knows what can happen.
It'll be a bit of a coin flip. You know, all it takes is one round for both of these teams to win the game. Obviously, Sangal are the ones with better finances, so Metizport, although leading, need to be a little bit cautious.
There is a chance this could easily catch off at least one player. If it's able to dismantle, maybe even push for more, try to overwhelm, retrieve some weapons.
I like the boost here. I think it's the right decision to make towards B. I think, obviously, teams on that T side, they're heavily expecting, if a boost is to come through, it is going to be the A bomb site. And, oh, they spotted the top of his head. That's unfortunate for CTR. I don't know if CTR kind of got the information, but they're backing away.
Yeah, I think they definitely got that info, and they're now gambling to back away.
No, I think it's the other way. I think CTR just missed out on that information. Either way, though.
Yeah, I mean, that certainly is a possibility. It did look like to me, I saw ZTR being spotted. He maybe spots them, dismantles it instantly, and then sort of says, okay, they know I'm here with the AK. They're going to go A. Who knows? Could have been either one. Maybe we'll have to ask him one day. Oh, do you remember that round from 3 months ago?
Oh, it'll be longer than 3 months.
3 years ago.
I'd expect him to remember, though.
Yeah, I'd hope so.
CTR, they will still be saving. It's an AK in the next one. 2 casualties so far for Sangal, and there could be plenty more, as there's no real safe haven for them to exit. Look how many, it's going to be everyone getting taken down. 2 AKs saved, all in fact saved.
Was behind. I don't know how much damage he dealt. But either way, everyone falling for Sangal now. Look at their money. It's in a little bit of a predicament. They don't have any loss bonus. It's just going to be that 1.4k. So after we see these replays, we can have a full look at how much cash they have in the reserve.
It was brilliant from Metizport, though. The fact they can save the AWP as well, we wouldn't have seen one on Jaquinho otherwise. So, Metizport, I think although they lost the round, I think they certainly have had successes. Yeah, definitely. Well, look, they had an AK
split between these 2 teams now. It's getting so much closer in this final portion of the game.
Yeah, we mentioned finances not looking great for Sangal. If Metizport do find successes here in 22, Sangal going to be operating with weak weapons. Jaquinho will be the one to find the opener onto LNZ. Important kill with that saved AWP.
Yeah, all the remaining Sangal players are towards this ramp, starting to creep their way up. Youngster, I'll look towards a gap. There is a player nearby. That is Adam B.
Util going to be coming through. Adam can't escape it. There's 50 seconds on the clock, though, and still 2 players towards B from Metizport, so rotation's going to have to come through very shortly. Jaquinho, though, posted up on the angle. It's a great position for him to have, as he can find a pick and back away, and he will survive, in fact, with Jota swinging. It is Youngster to eliminate, and Youngster gets the double. It's a 3-on-3 here. Jota dropped down to 42 points of health. The nade dealing even more damage, and he's trapped in the corner. Spots out CTR on the headshot and finds him through the smoke. Low HP, Jota having impact, eventually falling to Nilo. A tough 2v2, but with Sami's AWP, Metizport, it's not going to be an easy one for them.
Samey's still holding for a player to be elevated. Sportsy can't hit the shot.
Brilliant from Nilo. Tapping the bomb hit. On it. Nilo will find, and there is enough time for the defuse, so we do see Metizport finding 12.
Another really impactful round from Nilo. 3 kills for 1v1.
And look at the finances.
Point now, yeah, I mean, this is... Oh, this is going to be tough. You do have to look at that eco round where they just had that one saved AK, taking down every single Sangal player, and then taking the round after. All the money's gone. Sangal, they can't, well, obviously they're going to buy, but it's going to be a very mismatched buy.
Yeah, I think we're going to be seeing Galil's not perfect utility as well. It was great from Nilo that I think the plant position, in fact, was a bit of an awkward one for Sangal. It kind of goes against their favour. It was great from Nilo as well, because he drops the smoke. Not only does it smoke the bomb, but it also denies Samey having impact on that AWP. And I think Nilo finding that pick onto Samey, it was an incredible kill, and that was the one that won them the round, really, as it just denied any chances for Samey's AWP to come alive. And speaking of Samey, look at the fight, 2.8k, potentially a Deagle armor full utility.
Yeah, we do actually have a few more rifles than I thought. Util's pretty good as well, but it's not a perfect buy. And it could be, even if probably just a couple of extra players lived that eco round.
Yeah, Xfloud, we've seen his impactful entries here towards A, and needing to have another one. Ooh, okay. Ready for the jump spot. In fact, jumps into the nade. Not taking the full damage of it, but interesting decision making there. We've got a Molotov on ZTR, so can just molly out Xfloud. He's out in the open, but the reload from ZTR, that's kind of what's kept Xfloud alive here. Big gap in the smoke. Somehow ZTR survived. Adam B, though, will fall. Youngster finding that pick. It is a 4-on-4, but with 2 players heavily chipped away at. For Sangal, certainly not easy. Jaquinho, missed shot is very costly. This nade going to find ZTR. And oh, Sangal! Even with weaknesses, it's a 4 versus 1. We spoke about finances being a problem for Sangal. A similar statement can be made for Metizport here now.
Yeah, I don't think we expected them to lose this one. They have to save, and even if he does get the save off, money won't be great around it.
No, definitely not.
He can drop something. I don't think it'll be an M4.
I think we're looking at an OT here, Sangal. They've set themselves up perfectly for it. All it takes is 1 round from Metizport, and obviously we head to map 2, but Sangal not giving up yet, and it was a nice A hit.
Yeah, an OT certainly looks like it is going to be the case, but I mean, we've seen stranger rounds before, plenty of them as well. So I'm definitely not going to say OT's a guarantee yet, but we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, around 2.3k is probably average. That's not great. Sus, what's he going to drop? A FAMAS maybe?
I think maybe AP9. Oh, it is that FAMAS. But it's going to be pistols. It's going to be maybe weak SMGs.
What weapon is Nilo going to be using? This is what I'm interested about. He's got 32 kills. If I was Susp, I'm dropping the M4. Susp has 4 kills this game.
Yeah,
Nilo has 32.
The thing is, I think sometimes in those scenarios, Susp maybe not wanting to drop it, as he has been kind of that solo B defender. And I think Nilo on a Deagle, it's not as though he's not going to be having impact, but yeah, I think sometimes in these scenarios you need to kind of put your pride away and go, look, I'm 4 and 16, you have 8 times my kills, just take the good gun.
I mean, maybe there always a chance. He could have said that, and then I was like, nope, I'm good for the Deagle. But yeah, this is going to have to be a really difficult round for Metizport. We're going to need to see a lot of players step up, Susp being one of them.
ZTR currently just jiggling towards Gap, wanting to find a bit of a quick pick and back away. Got a deep position here on B from Suspo, so potentially need to be pushing through. It is just this full A stack from Sangal currently. look to make their way out now. Utility from Metizport has been good enough to chip away a couple individuals. It is going to be this A play though now, and Susper needs to get himself in the back lines. It'd be a perfect time to flank. No one's holding. ZTR looks as though he wants to maneuver his way through the smoke. Will be able to do so. Adam B somewhat isolated here towards site, needing to have a lot of impact. But he finds the first, secures the second, and ZTR finds one with the Deagle. And even though they didn't have the weaponry, Metizport, they're the ones to take it. Map 1 Metizport, it was their map selection, but we could have been seeing overtime. We had 2 pistols in play, 1 FAMAS, 2 M4s, utility not perfect, but an incredible round there from ZTR. And it has to be said, Adam B maybe not had the best of games, had 11 kills before that one, but was the real hero. So
yeah, I definitely agree. You're going to need to see, and you probably will see just simply put, a better map come through here. I don't think you're going to see that same sort of struggle come through, but I guess we'll get to look into the server here as we kick things off on Anubis.
Yeah, interested to see how Anubis does lie. But Metizport going to be the ones on the T side. They're taking the pistol round with speed and with force, and they could find the opener, but we do just see the back away from xFloud. Ooh, chipped down to half HP. xFloud searching for more, but will fall in the process. And Elo will get the opener for his side, but Yotta finding a pick is key. LNT rotating towards B, but it is the A-bomb site. A 4-on-4 post plant. Very interested, and the fact they don't have a defuse kit, things are going to get even tougher here for Sangal.
It is disadvantage for the teams. You do have to think, oh, I was just about to say it's going to be really challenging for them, but a couple of quick kills. It is now this level playing field. A lot of damage is being done. Youngster is 1 HP. Susp is doing really great work here. Does find the bomb diffuser.
And there it is.
And LNZ does take down Susp, but we mentioned Susp in the pre-game. We said he's a player that has to have these big moments. Already found 2 kills, 100% individually won that round there in that 1v2. It was all him just delaying, knowing he didn't need to swing directly, knowing they likely don't have a kit. How they're playing this, we can just sort of try to see if we can waste some time. He did that perfectly, did that exactly, and 2 kills already. I mean, it feels like Anubis is only up for Susp.
Yeah, I think as well, Metizport, I liked their game plan. It was going to be kind of taking control towards middle, having, you know, players deep towards heaven. And when the retake comes through, it's so one-dimensional from Sangal. They're all coming from main. It's fairly easy for Metizport to kind of analyze what Sangal are opting to do. But when xFloud falls, you know, that's the kit given away. And Metizport know, look, we can just keep, you know, 2 players around this defusal kit. If Sangal try and retrieve it, we're going to be able to find kills because we outnumber. And I think the game plan for Metizport was brilliant. You know, once they find that pick onto xFloud, rotations are going to be slower. The A-bomb site was completely open, and it was great from Metizport. I love how they played that. They took a lot of control. They forced Sangal to retake towards main, and it was a great clutch as well from Susp. It was a 1 versus 2, although 2 players have been chipped away at. You know, it was perfectly played, and it's certainly a confidence building round for Susp.
I'm talking about confidence. Sangal certainly are confident in this one. Going for the force buy. They know how close that previous round was. They know that this is their map pick. They don't want to let Metizport have too early an advantage. So they are going for the investment in this one. Obviously, it could backfire if this round doesn't go their way. The initial fight does go the way of the CTs. Only one able to find from Sup. The 2 MP9s causing so much turmoil for the T side.
I really don't know why xFloud swings there. Sammy does a great job to find 2, and xFloud just swinging into the pre-firing players. I thought the setup would have been perfect. xFloud would just be tucked in the corner. Sammy finding 2 kills, that's brilliant, but he's now 2 HP. He's going to be found. It's Yotta in a 1 versus 2, but he is behind the bomb carrier. Bit of a foot race here. Can upgrade to the AK. Molotov has been thrown, so Yotta going to be slowed down a bit. Bomb planted on the back of the bomb site. Certainly not going to be easy here now for Yotta. Spotted and found by Nilo. But yeah, I'm really interested as to why xFloud just decides to swing when he's kind of tucked away in the cubby.
I mean, I'm still amazed that does go the way of the Swedish side after what looked pretty disastrous initially. That wasn't a great looking start to that round. I mean, you have this flank. You have these 2 players. It does take Youngster a long time to get this kill with the MP9, so it allows Nilo to rotate in and actually take down Jaquinho, who pretty 100% would have got the trade onto Youngster. You feel like it has to be. A lot of damage was dealt, and yet somehow the T's do take that round in what feels like a bit of a comeback in that one. I don't think it shouldn't have been. It's just this full eco now. Nilo's under a lot of pressure. Wants to take this fight though. Can't find anything just yet. Does now have backup. And the round should comfortably now go the way of Metizport.
Yeah, I think the MP9s, we saw them flanking towards A there, and I think you've got the MP9s at range. Unless if you're both going to be hitting those instant headshots, finding a kill isn't going to be easy. So I think, although a tough call to make, potentially you just continue to creep behind them. I think, you know, we saw the missed shots with the MP9. Yes, they did find one of them, but it really wasn't good enough in that last round. Nice from Nilo to keep himself alive as well in this one. I think with 4 aggressors coming as well, you kind of expected the AK to be eliminated, but Metizport, they've started off with a brilliant lead. It's, you know, 3-0 start. We've got the AWP on Samey. I wonder if Jaquinho is going to opt to upgrade, but with 2 Mac-10s in play, Metizport, it looks as though they're going to be heading towards A, and it could be a bit of a fast approach here from them.
Is a 3-man setup currently for the CT sides towards A, so really a good job that they didn't opt to go too fast. They are still looking towards this side of the map. Same means that AWP, like you mentioned, is holding the line. Flashbang's excellent. Adam B will fall. And now they take the fight. Same means AWP gets nothing.
Nice nade, though.
Really good nade, and does just force these T's back. So, level playing field here. Jaquinho can upgrade to that AWP.
Yeah, it was interesting from Adam B there, because the flash comes through, and you understand that he doesn't really want to give away his position, but with a Mac-10 in that scenario, it's not as though you're going to get traded from water with a player defending. So I'm not too sure as to why he didn't just hold mouse 1 there. There would have been a chance to find the kill with a Mac.
Jaquinho hasn't been able to upgrade, so the AWP's being retrieved. But it seems like the weapon maybe got blown away from that HE grenade, the other one. Yeah, Jaquinho's just stuck on this Mac for now.
Yeah, it looks as though Sangal prepped and ready for Metizport's B hit here, as they not only have 2 defenders, but they got another one rotating in, and finally it is LNZ looking towards middle, so we can have a fast flank and a perfect read here from Sangal.
Really, really good call.
Oh, and there we have it. T's getting eliminated here, and it was that flank from LNZ. Nilo needs to attempt to eliminate him, but you know, it's a 1v4, low HP, and Youngster will find. So Sangal put their first round on the board, and it was a successful A aggression. It was a perfect call on the rotations towards B, and Sangal, that's a nicely played round from them.
Yeah, still, investment can come out from the T's, but it felt like that's where it could have actually spiraled out of control. When Samey gets found, you think he's at least getting one there. Gets found, you've got to look, maybe the rifle gets taken down as well, and they can swarm onto that A-bomb site, but they're nade chipping them all down quite a lot. It does just sort of keep them at bay.
Well, Charlie, look, you said for Sangal they had that 3A setup, it would be tough to crack, but they're going to be having flashes going towards A main. There's going to be util to kind of dismantle the Sangal setup. So I think if we did see Metizport just go for a full A rush, Sangal could have been caught out. The 2A aggressors could have been found pretty comfortably there. So I think Metizport, there was a chance for them to take that pretty comfortably, but I think it's because they took their time. That was the problem. Pushing through the smoke there from Susp is a real question mark. Obviously, he flashed himself in, but Youngster quite easily dodging, and Sangal already find the opener here. We've got half HP Jaquinho, is now out on the big green, so something to rival Samey. But Sangal, they've set themselves up nicely. Something I want to mention, Charlie, is will we be seeing the double AWP in play on the CT side? Because I feel like Anubis, it's one of the maps where we see it quite frequently.
I mean, you certainly can. There's a lot of maps that you can, but I do feel like it depends on your AWPer and also sort of who it is you've got playing on the site where you sort of think, yeah, let's go for it. I mean, I know this is a map where the AWP is sort of all over the map. I mean, that is great stuff from Youngster. In fact, he has some more. Won't be able to get more. But yeah, Anubis is the map with the AWP does have free range of the whole map. Can play where they want. They can be the player rotating. So if you want an AWP on one side of the map, the AWPer, it's not like they have to play a certain position. They can play anywhere. So it does kind of depend on the team. Flashbang is great, and somehow this round has been brought into question.
It was a 2v5 gone 2v2. Nilo's towards connector. We've got flashes for Nilo and ZTR. The bomb's planted for ZTR. He's full HP. The AWP's going to have a little bit of a look in, but Nilo's position is brilliant.
Oh, the
Can't
AWP
save it
here
here.
is brutal.
It's a 1 versus 1. Time's 2/3 ticked. Gonna be aware that ZTR's here towards main. ZTR tucked in the corner. Spot LNZ. Somehow Metizport win this. It was a 2 versus 5, Charlie. And it comes from the fact that Sangal, the individuals, they're hunting, they're hungry, they're peeking for more, and they find nothing from it. Youngster gets a double 3 overall in connector, decides to peek towards water, falls. We see the same thing towards main. And I have to say, Charlie, Sangal have just thrown this round away. This is their map selection. They need to be converting rounds, especially when they've got 3-man advantages. But incredible stuff there from Nilo and ZTR.
Yeah, I can't believe that's gone the way of Metizport. That feels really, really costly. And also speaking as if, yeah, the round's all said and done, but no, we've seen these 2vx's, these 3vx's on Vertigo. We saw Metizport win them. Already very early on here in Anubis, we've seen the exact same thing happen again. But arguably, the most unfavored of them all somehow goes their way.
And you have to mention, if this game goes close and Metizport are able to take it in a 2-0 fashion, certainly round number 5 is one that we are going to be pointing out, because Metizport, they had no right winning that one.
No, they really didn't.
It's a nice
Adam
setup
B
here.
is going to be peeking into Samey. Have spotted him. Will get taken down from the UMP. Tag of the AWP makes it nice and easy for xFloud to find him. But it's like X has said, actually, we are seeing a lot of times Metizport just have the first F. They go down very early. Sangal are doing a really good job finding the early kill. Obviously did it on the last round, but just like that, it doesn't matter how good the openings are, because they can't seem to finish them off. Excellent execute. Contact play with a few bits of util behind it.
xFloud's still close to this. The finances aren't great. It's going to be a tough 2 versus 4. They just need to save, but xFloud might struggle now.
Ooh,
It's a
Carmen actually
5-1
looks good
scoreline.
there. No, he doesn't look for anything more. Could have potentially tried to catch Chiquinho with his back turned, but yeah, I mean, this is a really good start for Metizport, and they do need it. This is their opponent's map pick. Like we were saying, statistically, in terms of win rate wise, they're not too far apart from each other. Sangal 47%, Metizport 40%. But the sample size, Sangal almost have 4 times the amount of maps played on Anubis. So we always came into this thinking a third map is on the card. It looks like it after we saw what happened in map 1. Metizport, they do have the chance to 2-0. We need to remember this. They always have that chance. And a start like this is exactly what you need if you want that to happen.
I love it from Sangal, though. They take the pause, and I think it's certainly the right decision to make, because look, it's back-to-back rounds. Obviously, the first being, crazy advantage for them, and they do lose it. And in that one, they find the opener. They do a great job here. But it's kind of in this mid-portion of the round where they really struggle. And I'll be honest, Charlie, what a performance we're seeing so far from Susp. 2 brilliant openers. Susp currently, 5 and 4. Although not going to be the top performer, I don't think anyone would be expecting to be overtaking Nilo, but still.
I mean, Fred, you look at it, he's already surpassed what he had on Vertigo.
Yeah.
He's got a kill more than he had, and we've had 6 rounds of play. That was the full 24.
Something to mention though, Charlie, we saw Susp have a bit of a slow start for Vertigo. Adam B, currently 0-5, yet to find a kill, so...
Still early days. Still early days.
I hope for Adam B, he's...
into that, but Nilo, he's still stepping up. He still had his excellent moments. 10 and 4 already, so certainly no slowing down from Vertigo. The eagle shot looks good, but Adam B finds his first kill. Like I said, I'm not too worried. Still early days.
Yeah, the save door of Samey sadly not having that impact. It is Nilo's Mac 10 to work well here. Can just pick up the ore, but I think he's bringing it in play just to make sure there's no chance for it to be saved in the next for Sangal. But Metizport, they've already got 6 rounds on the T side.
Yeah, so I like the idea of the pause from Sangal. You've got 2 rifles in play. You have that saved AWP. There is a chance, there is a possibility you can do some damage in a round like this and win it. There's still that chance. Pause came through, but Metizport, obviously, they're allowed to talk as well. They're allowed to discuss things out. Simple A hit, B hit, sorry.
I think as well, sometimes the pauses kind of go against you, because Metizport, when a CT pause occurs, they're realising, look, okay, Sangal, they've got 2 weapon saves. I'm interested to see what they're going to do. They're clearly going to be changing something up, because that's the causation of the pause. So Metizport, You know, they don't read too heavily into it. Look, they can do whatever they want to do. We're just going to hit them with a simple B hit. And, you know, look how it worked. Nilo finding 2 with a Mac. Samey having no impact on that AWP. And it was a great round.
The saved AWP is managed to be actually taken over into the round, despite Nilo having it for a while. Exfire does manage to grab that just before the time does expire. So 6-1 scoreline. We need to see some changes from Sangal. We need to see them sooner rather than later, because otherwise they might not have many rounds to play with on their T side. But once again, opening kill, Sangal.
Yeah, Jaquinho, the big green falling in that one. Seemed as though he went for the boost, but LNZ very ready for it. And LNZ, just as this lone mid player, the fact he was able to find that kill is pretty incredible. Usually, I feel like on the CT side towards middle, you get bombarded with quite a lot of utility. We are seeing a rotation from Samey as well, posted up on Nilo's position. Oh, Samey missing the shot, taking a little bit of damage by Nilo. We'll just drop the Molotov to deny any camera aggression from Metizport. But I'm liking this B aggression from Sangal. It's certainly something they need. Oh, LNZ! Needs to be a little bit more cautious when with util in hand.
Fred, I don't want to say anything too early just yet. Oh,
brilliant from Jota, yeah. They took
yeah,
this
that
B
is
control.
A big push. And that should be... Well, surely we're not seeing that one. Suspect Adam B. Have found the first, but Adam B takes so much damage for it. Oh, the nade in the smoke hasn't actually spotted our Susp, but that will. Adam B now a lot of kills to find. Does take down Samey. So he's just... At least he is doing damage.
And obviously with a fair bit of money in the bank. Could just look to save this up. There's no real need to try and throw it away. 2 players are low. But with 20 seconds on the clock, we're not really expecting much from Adam here. Second round secured here for Sangal. Necessary one at that. But it was the kind of reactive play from Sangal. I really liked it. We saw that contact from Metizport towards middle. And I like the Sangal go, look, we haven't really heard or seen much towards B. Let's take a bit of an info play, leave Jota deep, and the fact there was no trade there as well. A little bit unfortunate for Metizport. So Simon somehow silenced their streak. Sangal, it's all about whether they can continue successes on the CT side though, because although this map is T-sided, Sangal need to secure at least, I want to say at least 5 rounds here on the CT side.
Fred, I do want to talk about this. 2 of the previous round of 16 games that we did get to witness, the victors did absolutely decimate their opponents on their map pick. There was always one close map in the series at least, but we saw Gaming Gladiators beat Sinners on their ancient map pick 13-5, and then we saw 9 Pandas beat Mouse NXT 13-3. Maybe
we're not saying that
going to be repeated.
This isn't Metasport's map pick.
No, but they could decimate Sangal on it.
Oh, okay.
Flashbang is out, no swing with it. Joshua again might look to see if he can find something towards B. Ooh, Spam's not far off. Nilo has just been spotted. Peeks again. And does just sort of offer himself up there.
Very confused. Limited utility here. But Metizport, they will have enough for this A hit. We'll be seeing some fast rotations as well from Youngster. Smoke there towards main, making things tough. Adam, oh, spotted the player towards heaven. Nearly had the opportunity to eliminate him.
All this util's been used and no push. They are starting to make their way up, but this looks pretty dire. This is going to be a very, very difficult round. All on Jaquinho here. Almost finds Youngster, but does get taken down, and Sangal do win another.
Yeah, 3rd secured. Should be a 4th as an expected eco for Metizport.
Yeah, the smoke and molly coming down there from Sangal at the sort of A opening. That just allows all the Sangal players to fully rotate in. They already were pretty aware it was going to be an A hit, but some people were still towards mid, some people were slightly out of the action. With that molly and smoke, just allowed everyone to get into that bomb site and basically just confirm this round is not going to go the way of Metizport.
But Charlie, look, we had one person throwing all the util there for Metizport. I'm interested to see why we didn't have players deeper towards A. Because once that util comes down, we could just see a swing from the 3 players in A main, and they would have caught off, certainly, the player towards Heaven. We could have seen a fast push as well with the flashbangs, but it was still a little too deep, and it meant once that smoke came down, things got really tough for them.
Yeah, Chiquinho again is the first player to go down. Obviously, it is the eco, but Chiquinho has been the first player found by Sangal quite a few times this game already.
Yeah, I think it's tough as well, especially when wielding the AWP. Usually you're the ones to find the opener, and it's not as though he's been taken down by the AWP of Samey, so we need to see Chiquinho finding success on this big green. The nade, surely to eliminate one. And there we go. Unfortunate for Sus, but as expected, Metizport not really going to find successes here when with just the Glocks. In fact, ZTR does have a Deagle.
Yeah, I mean, it is ZTR and Nilo again. You never know.
Oh,
Another
no.
2v5.
Unarmored pistols. Finds the first.
It was the low P Yotta to find ZTR. There could have been a possibility he went down as well, but one kill going the way of Metizport. It was just an eco. Very, very little invested.
Yeah, and look, for Sangal, the rounds that they've won have been pretty convincing, so the finances going to be strong enough to get out a bite in these final 2 rounds, even if they do lose this one. So, Metizport, not in the similar scenario. If they do lose this, they're going to be operating with weak weapons in round number 12s. And Metizport, they went on a brilliant streak of success, but Sangal now have found their footing on the CT side, and certainly something that Metizport don't want if they are hoping to close this out 2-0. But LNZ finding the opener, Chiquinho and Susp battling back, finding one each. So, man advantage here for Metizport.
We are seeing an aggressive play. It's all going to be about timing. Is Nilo ready for this? Well, he certainly has the time on his side. Samey falls to a clean headshot. X-Cloud is on this side of the map.
I like it from Nilo, though.
Oh,
Dropping
Chiquinho's
2
got
Molotovs.
perfect read. Oh,
okay.
maybe not perfect enough. LNZ does sneak through. These players
these
are
steps
going
gonna
to
be
head
hard, surely.
towards A. They are going to get onto the A-bomb site unscathed, but they are going to have a fast flank to contend with.
Smoke towards Heaven, though. Molly and Camera will have heard the steps and seen the util from X-Cloud.
And now, yeah, Adam B starting to look towards.
Ooh.
Oh, doesn't matter how much he's looking towards it. It does get found cleanly from LNZ.
Yeah, key kill. LNZ be the real opportunist of this round, but Susp and Chiquinho, they were the 2 players to find the openers for Metizport, and they're the 2 to get the closers as well. So, Metizport, they will find 7. They are going to be heading onto their CT side with the lead. As mentioned, though, Sangal going to be getting a buy out in this one as well. But Charlie, look, Metizport, they take map 1. Although close, they are still successful. We're kind of expecting the chance at OT. And Metizport, they've set themselves up nicely here on the T side. I think the pistol round is going to be key. If Metizport can take it, that's where Sangal are going to be in a little bit of a rough spot.
Yeah, that is something I want to talk about. The pistol round, in fact, we haven't seen Metizport lose a pistol round yet. They've won every single one of them of this series. So if they can win this round and win that pistol round, then yeah, panic stations are going to be in full force for Sangal. Savey's got a great chance to find the opener, misses the shot. We'll just be backing away. Scope is heard, so they are going to be aware that it's still lingering around.
Yeah, Samey's having a bit of a tough time here. I'm liking the look of what we're seeing here from Sangal. The setup looking strong. Samey, though, with a lot of work to do here. Teammate by his side. It looks as though they are vacating A main and look to try and make their way towards B, and it would be a perfect call. But I like this aggression. Oh, Susp is holding. Might look for a second here. Samey's so close. Oh, Susp. We'll find him. And it's the aggression from Sangal that's cost them.
Oh,
LNZ.
surely not another. We'll just back away. LNZ has the round in his hands. Any chance for this one to go back the way of Sangal is all on this man's shoulders. Hasn't spotted anything yet, but time is ticking. No one is watching the flank. Youngster has rotated in. Oh, and LNZ gets found. Still, both CTs are on this side of the map. Well, it doesn't seem to matter. Adam B absolutely rips his head off. Yota finds one, but Adam B again with another. Suspred is having an absolute resurgence on map number 2. Nilo had a great start, slowed down a little bit, but Susp has been picking up where he's left off. Like I mentioned, he is a player on this Metizport side who, not necessarily known as the sort of heaviest hitter, but he is known as a bit of a fragging player. Not going to be top, but it certainly can be sort of second, third in some games.
Yeah, and I think that round is kind of perfectly illustrating of that. Susp just holding simple angles, players peeking into him, and then just getting the job done. And I feel like Susp, you know, bit of a tough time on Vertigo, certainly has stepped up here. And I think when you're that close in kills to Nilo, it's always a good sign.
Pistol round again, though. This is what we said about how important it is. Metizport yet to lose one in this series. Can they continue this? 2 sets of Jawlies.
Yeah, and a B hit going to be coming through. Jaquinho looking to take this contact. If Jaquinho can find one, that's going to be the key accolade. Flash comes over, Jaquinho blinded. Blinded once again, but Susp still finds a kill, and the pistol looking nice so far. Nilo so far able to find 2.
Oh,
Lindsay
no.
eventually finds ETR. So
Look
1
how low
versus
they are.
2.
It's the Jawlies they're up against.
Couldn't have thought of a better weapon. But LNZ, lovely shot there to eliminate. The Sangal would take the pistol first of the series, as you mentioned, and a necessary one at that. Without it, things would look a little tough for them.
Are we going to see the force buy from Metizport? Because this could be the sort of comeback start that we do need from Sangal to bring us to Mirage.
Well, I think Metizport, you know, they've got plenty of rounds to play with here. I think a force is a bit of an unnecessary risk. I think as well with Sangal being, you know, 3 rounds behind them, you lose the force, you lose the next eco, and then Sangal are kind of right on your tail. So there's no real need for them to go for the force hit.
They are going as this 5-man hit squad.
I certainly like it. If they can just all stack here towards A main, it could be perfect. It's all going to be about timing. If they stay together, oh, we've got 2 T's trapped, but the Mac 10 working its magic, and the AK by its side. Samey with 4.
Yeah, certainly going to have more than enough money for that AWP now. Will he upgrade instantly?
I think these are the tough decisions. Sangal currently trailing.
Just swaps it with LNZ actually, so might see LNZ go for a bit of an aggressive push somewhere. LNZ's actually been having a really good series. I've been very impressed by what we've seen from LNZ so far. Wasn't in terms of the amount of kills he got on Vertigo, it wasn't the top, but the impact of them was so obvious.
Ooh, ZTR will be found by XFloud here.
Adam B does get one back. It looks like it is going to be this A split. There are 2 defenders here. The Molotov is great. XFloud is solo and isolated. So that's the easiest kill Adam B's going to get all day. Jaquinho finds Samey as well. And this one's starting to spiral. Susp is, yeah, you can see he's paranoid. You can see he's not liking this too much just yet. Has been spotted, finds the first, runs out of ammo, and Yota finds him anyway.
1v3 now for Yota. Certainly not going to be an easy one. Does have the bomb on his back at least. But Metizport, first gun round, and they've looked brilliant.
Yeah, they want to try to win things as clean as possible. And this could be the way to do so. It is Jaquinho, big round from him. 2 kills on the former Fnatic player.
Adam B as well stepping up. I mentioned had a bit of a quiet start, but important here for Sangal. They've got the investment again. We're going to be seeing Samey on the AWP, currently sitting around 7k. Lovely opener here from XFloud, but Adam is just in, you know, such good positions here.
Yeah, I mean, you can see Susp wasn't liking that too much. Realised that, okay, they're very likely going to peek. I want to at least get one. So plays that deeper angle, does find one, does his job.
But Charlie, if Sangal lose this, Metizport are going to be on 11 to 6. I think Sangal have to secure this, otherwise things are going to get a little too difficult for them.
Yeah, you got to think as well. If Sangal do lose this and they don't find many kills, not only that, even if they go for an eco, the finances aren't going to be great. They're going to be lacking in util mainly, but obviously there'll be no AWP for Samey as well.
A lot of pressure on the Sangal side, especially with this being their map selection. You know, I kind of question as to why Sangal didn't pick Mirage, it being by far their strongest map, and if in this series they're unable to play it, it'll be unfortunate. I like it from Samey though. Currently with the AWP in hand, and there it is, finding the opener onto Nilo, the heaviest hitter to eliminate. Now they're going to explode their way out onto the B-bomb site. Starts from needing to have impact, but Samey once again finding... Oh, Jaquinho finding 3! Not the 4th, as the no-scope from Samey will find, but a 2-on-2 now. Incredible stuff there from Jaquinho, and it seemed Metizport were down and out in that one. Jaquinho.
Yeah, makes this one possible. Adam B, is he going to be aware of the AWP? But Samey! Wow, the readjustment was so clean. Adam B takes him down, and it's on the 52 HP LNZ.
And there's so much utility for Metizport. They've got 2 mollies, a smoke, and a flash. Another flash picked up as well.
Push out. There is a defuse kit on ZTR, but time is ticking down.
Smoke on the ball here. And there it is. Metizport find the round. And that Jaquinho had a great last, but incredible stuff there. Somehow finding 3 when plenty of players searching for him, and Metizport, they secure double digits, 3 rounds away from closing out the series here and getting themselves a spot in the quarterfinals. I believe the winner of this will be facing up against Zero Tenacity.
Yeah, they look very hot as well. As of
2-0
late,
against
they look
Koi.
really good. I mean, you gotta think, if this no-scope doesn't connect, Jaquinho probably finds 4, and then he can tuck himself in, reload, and he's on for the 8th. But yeah, excellent hold. 3 on 5, I believe it was, when Jaquinho got those kills.
Sangal now. We've got a couple pistols in play. You mentioned kills need to come through. Youngster.
I mean, this is the perfect place to do so. Get these pistols right in the face of the CTs. Timing looks great as well. And Sus does get the trade, but 100% Youngster's thinking that's worth it. Taking down a rifle. 4 on 4 now. Going to split the CT defenders across the map more so, but Yotta does go down for nothing.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a coin flip with Yotta there. If he finds the pick, it's brilliant. But the fact he goes down just makes things tough. And a similar statement can be said for X-Flout. I think when you are on your own with just a pistol in hand, if you're the one to find the kill, then brilliant. But when you lose your life, it just makes things tough. Only 1 kill found there from Sangal. So, as mentioned before, we're not going to be seeing the big green in play. But Sangal, this is it, Charlie. Just a 2.9 loss bonus. They fully invested. Samey, the only one with anything really financially, but only $750. So, Metizport, if they find this round, number 18, the series should be all said and done.
I mean, you've got to think, even with a bomb plant, normally that's always one silver lining. Oh, even if they lose, but they get a bomb plant, they can still buy. Even with the bomb plant, that 2.9k loss bonus with a bomb plant is going to be 3.7. You can get AK and armor. 100% there'll be restrictions. Jaquinho, I like the attempt, doesn't work out. He goes back for more. This might not be expected here, and it's not. He gets found. Another team pushing and does find Adam B.
Jaquinho now going to be peeking again with the flashbang. Oh, Jaquinho eventually goes down to Youngster. Great double from him. Yotta finding as well. Nilo eliminated. Yotta could find another hit. He spotted the player out of Temple and does so. And Sangal, we mentioned how brilliant they are at finding openers and how the round's still not going their way. Surely ZTR can't win this 1v4.
Yeah, hasn't really had too much to do this game apart from that 5-on-2 that we saw with him and Nilo winning that one out. Apart from that, he's hasn't had too much to really do. The rest of his team have been well, you can see the rest of the team skills are very similar.
But look, the setup there from Metizport was brilliant. With the AWP of Jaquinho peeking, he found the first, pressure was taken his way. And when the rifle's kind of opting as that secondary to the AWP, usually you see it kind of working as a perfect bait and switch. But no, somehow Youngster was able to find Adam B. And then obviously Jaquinho quite hungry for another pick and loses his life as well. So Metizport, I like the aggressive nature that they took. Certainly caught Sangal off guard, but I feel like Jota towards B was absolutely brilliant there, finding 2.
Yeah, gonna be interesting to see the finances of this. Fred, we could maybe. I think actually we're gonna see. I think Joaquinho is actually slightly off. I was gonna say technically he could be drop the AWP and glass cannon and drop 2 M4s, but I think he is slightly off to be able to do that. Sadly, I think
we're gonna see a pistol. It's not the end of the world. Well, Joaquinho actually, in fact, he's gone. He's just gonna go for Kevlar. He's dropped an M4 and a FAMAS. You know, we've got 4 rifles. We've got the AWP. Util's not gonna be perfect, but either way, Metizport, they've got another opportunity to shut down Sangal. The key factor there for Sangal is the fact they won the round with 4 survivors. You know, finances needing to be a strong point for them if they do want to mount this comeback. I'm liking this though. It's this aggressive push. Flash is good.
They are very trapped here though. So although they found the opening, can they do anything more? It is just an even trade, 3-on-3. Yeah. A lot more Sangal players than Metizport probably expecting outside of the B site.
I think though, it's only ever going to favour Sangal, but ZTR finding Sammy very key. It's a 3 versus 2 now. We have got the AWP of Joaquinho on the B-bomb site. We saw what Joaquinho could do with an AK in this position, and with the AWP, oh, he flicks away from him. And the opener found by Youngster brings it to a 2-on-2, and Metizport. Someone should have been a guaranteed round. We saw a player shifting into main. I'm really not too sure how Joaquinho missed that shot.
Yeah, you think he's at least got to find the first, but look how much util Adam B had.
All it takes is a players
here. They are taking their time. There is a fuse kit on ZTR. Found out where the bomb is planted. He's going to opt to molly elsewhere.
Nade on the bomb. Brilliant stuff.
Adam B sort of had them both lined up for a second, but got taken down before. Sangal win another. It's going to still be a bit of a long road back for them to make this one happen. 2.4k loss bonus. We are just going to see the eco from Metizport.
Yeah, but Charlie, Metizport should have won that one every day of the week.
You do think so? The shot from Joaquinho has to come through. I mean, the thing is though, he could at least be traded, and then it would be 1v1. And in the 1v1, there's still a solid chance Metizport could take that. No info on the final player.
Yeah, I think it's tough for Metizport. I think they had a good chance to win that 2v2. They had 2 mollies.
Oh yeah, of course. It'd actually be a 1v2, wouldn't it? It'd be
yeah,
a 2v1 actually for
exactly.
Metizport. Yeah, you do think.
Well, the thing
he's
is,
probably not going to get a simpler shot today.
Yeah, I think we've seen some really nice shots from Joaquinho as well, and I think it's tough when you see the AWP miss a sitter. It has to be stated. The player's shifting into main. You're holding the perfect line, and I think sometimes people kind of forget about how key the AWPers can be. It's not about hitting the flashy shots. It's not about kind of making incredible plays. It's just about doing the simple stuff. And I think in such a key round, one in which that can put you to map and series point a spot in the quarterfinals, and you kind of flick off him, it's tough to see. Obviously, it certainly happens. It's not something that we're not kind of unexpected. But
I mean, that's the life of an AWPer, isn't it? It's if you do have these flashy moments, if you do have these strong sort of 3-man, 3Ks, 4Ks on a bomb site, you'll be the hero. You'll be what everyone remembers at the end of the game. But people also remember the easy shots you miss.
Yeah,
it's always very black and white. There's no in between for an AWPer. It feels like.
I think as well, Sangal gonna be very happy with the result of that one. Although it fell to a 3-on-3, we saw ZTR find that pick towards middle. 2v3, just creeping into B. I mean, somehow they've come away with it.
You've got to think, we mentioned in the 5v2 that Sangal lost. We said, oh, that might be something we talk about at the end of this game. The previous round could be something we talk about as well.
Yeah,
definitely. Metizport end up going to lose this. Because that would have been 12. That would have been map and series point.
It seems like both teams have made a bit of a lapse in judgment, a bit of a mistake. And I guess you could say it's fairly even now.
I do think the 5v2 was a lot worse than what we
got,
but still.
But it's round defining moments. Series defining moments. And I think it's not as though one side has had plenty more than the others.
I mean, it's quite nice for ZTR. I don't know if he's going to be able to get here in time to knife out. I think he's going down here.
You know what,
Youngster does find him.
A bold prediction from you.
Yeah, it is. I sometimes stick my neck out there.
Well, you know when you're right,
This time I got it right. No AWP for Jaquinho.
Yeah, and finance is looking good for Sangal. You know, this is exactly what I mentioned. They need to keep their finances up if they want a chance to best Metizport. And the thing is, even if they lose this round, Metizport find 12, we're going to be seeing investments here from Sangal. So it's not too bad for them. They've set themselves up for the comeback, but still trailing and still that kind of tough scenario where Metizport, they're 1 round away from OT, 2 away from taking the series, and a lot closer than it once was, though. I think Sangal have done a good job to find this initial comeback, but it's all about securing more.
Oh, the boost head, no. Oh, this looks a little bit dangerous right now for the T's, but somehow bounces straight back.
Yeah,
First kill goes the way. Nothing since. We might have to see a save again.
Made attempt, but sadly missed. And yeah, as you mentioned, going to be a save. I think that's the risky run when you go for that kind of double plat setup. I feel like we saw the opening kill was brilliant. They were spamming into Yotta through the smoke. They would have known that he's kind of pushed his way through. But yeah, brilliant stuff there from Yotta. The fact he's able to find 2 really stepped up here. And I feel like, look, you can see it from the Sangal side. We've got LNZ, Youngster, Yotta, all on that 17-18 kill mark. And granted, we've got Nilo, who had an incredible vertigo. But Nilo's gone a little bit quiet here.
Yeah, has been quite a bit more quiet. Had a really good start to this game. I think it was 10-2. But hasn't really found too much to talk about since.
And look, it's what we said, Sangal, that, you know, the problem that they're going to be facing off against is when players like Susp are stepping up, they need, you know, somehow to shut down Nilo, and they have done it. I think, you know, we're not seeing those kind of 26 kill participation from Nilo at this point in the game. I think that's how many he had at round 22. Potentially even more, as he ended with 32. So, yeah, I think Sangal have done a good job to silence the start of Metizport. They're going to be on an 11-11 scoreline. And Sangal, they've put themselves in a perfect position now. They're going to be able to invest until the end. Certainly a statement Metizport would love to be heard. But it's going to come right down to the wire here.
Yeah, ZZR has had a few moments where he has just been destroyed in mid, and is that a Molotov kill, or is that the bottle killing him? Surely
no,
not.
it was the molly. It was actually the bullets that did the main brunt of the damage.
I imagined it would. That's what I was thinking. Did someone throw a molly from far away and it hit him or something? But yeah, 1-for-1 train ZTI. He has had quite a bit of pressure actually towards mid, and LNZ timing looks good and does find Jaquinho. It's a little bit of chip damage in response, but advantage.
It looked good. It seemed like the way that Metizport wanted to play is kind of trying to recycle the M4, and they do a good job for ZTR to find 1. Jaquinho allowed to pick it up, and oh, the 5-7!
Oh no!
Somehow finding 3! Well, in fact, Nilo steals away one of the kills, but it's a 1 versus 3 now. Weapons have been retrieved. They just drop a smoke towards camera. Sangal, this should have been a perfect round for them. Naded in the smoke. And there it is!
No
Metizport
way.
find 12!
How
Sangal!
is that the round to do it, Fred?
We mentioned Sangal kind of were given a gift with a missed shot from Jaquinho, but they just throw it back right the way of Metizport. The 5-7's absolutely incredible. Adam B getting a double, Nilo finding 1 as well. Metizport, they've got 2 opportunities now to close out the game, and they've got some finances in the reserves now. And Sangal, gonna be questioning how this has gone this way. I was expecting 11-11. I thought Sangal were gonna take this, to be honest with you, Charlie. I was pretty confident about it.
Fred, since I've started watching CCT, since however long ago it was now, years now, I've switched to the 5-7. Because of plays like that. It feels like whenever they are in these players' hands, it is a lethal weapon. In those closer situations, it can be so disastrous for the opponents. And that's what we've seen here. Sangal lose with a bit of a pistol crossfire. And to a 5-7, they do push their way on out. No one's really giving them anything. First kill does go the way of Nilo. Trade comes through, 4-on-4.
Susp looks like he wants to push through this, and LNZ taking a fair bit of chip damage. We've got Util to work with on the side of Metizport. LNZ lucky to be alive. It's a 4-on-4 post plant, but look at the health of both Yotta and LNZ. 3 players retaken from CT, 1 here from Temple. Susp holding the lines, going to send the flashbang. Doesn't in fact miss. Time, bomb's halfway ticked. They really need to head on out. Adam B will find one Z plant, but look at the health of both Yotta and LNZ. 3 players retaking from CT, 1 here from Temple. Sus holding the lines, going to send the flashbang. Doesn't in fact miss. Time, bomb's halfway ticked. They really need to head on out. Adam B will find one ZTR taking down Youngster. LNZ with a key kill. It's a 2-on-2 here. The Orb of Jaquinho needing to find that success. LNZ somewhat brought into this, needing to connect the spam. They take down the bomb diffuser. Jaquinho will fall, and somehow Sangal, they make things work with low HP. An important round for them to take. 11-12 now.
Obviously, they don't realise it, as most of the damage was dealt with utility, but Jaquinho should have been that man on the bomb. Both players being so low. The spam barely connected onto ZTR as well.
Yeah, it was a tough one there for Metizport. It looked brilliant, but I think the problem is they kind of, the way they played in that round is they were a little too timid. Obviously, we saw all the util come down from Sangal, but potentially we needed to see someone on the back of the bomb site trying to help out. Obviously, we saw the first kill go their way, but a quick trade as well. And I think Metizport, we needed to see a bit of a quicker approach, because the bomb was halfway ticked before they even decided to encroach out of CT.
Yeah, it did make things a bit difficult. I mean, Youngster was on an island alone. He had no one possible of trading him, but still managed to go 1-for-1. If he goes down, then
Certainly,
I mean, who knows? Yeah, you create so much space that you can take on the bomb side. But this is it, final round, Fred. There is a buy for Metizport. Obviously, a buy for Sangal or for Jaquinho. Maybe he can right the wrongs of that missed shot a few rounds ago now.
But Charlie, look, we saw a 13-11 for Metizport on Vertigo. We've got the opportunity for it here as well on Anubis. Perfect nade onto Youngster. ZTR.
All the T's are lined up outside of A.
Yeah,
This is a really bold call to make.
And look how deep this. We've already got such a deep flank from Susp. They have got someone holding, surely.
It's a 3-man A hold right now.
Incredible stuff.
Jaquinho just holding that electric area. Adam B mollied out, fully blinded. Spam does get found through the smoke.
Nilo in a nice position, needs to go huge. He's been spotted, dodges the flash, and Nilo finds 3. It's a 4 versus 2. Nilo on the USP, attempting to find. It's a second miss shot for Sammy. What is going on here? We got a fast flank from Susp. The bomb trying to make its way out of A main. Sammy falling, and there it is. Metizport take the series 13-11. They secure their opponent's map pick.